Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Today I'm going to make a really simple Christmas card for you, and then I'm going to show you it done in a few different colourways so that you can see what it looks like in different colours. Not everybody likes the same colours, and sometimes you can be put off of a card design just because of the colour, which is crackers. So I thought if we did a few different colours, then you know you might like at least one of them. So this is Granny Apple Green. This has been cut to 11 3/4 by 4 and 1/8, scored in the middle or folded very naughtily. I haven't scored it. Folded in the middle. If you want to score it, that will be 5 7/8. And then I have cut a piece of Whisper White, 2 pieces of Whisper White actually, and these measure 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, both the same. And then one of them I have put through the Curls and Swirls embossing folder. Look at that, isn't it lovely? And you can have it that way, or you can have it that way. You can ink it, or you can just leave it like that. It's beautiful. So that is from the annual catalogue. So what I'm using today is the Perfectly Plaid, which I love. I want to call it Perfectly Tartan. Perfectly Plaid, that's the American term for tartan. Anyway, so we've got the stamp and the punch bundle, always handy to have them. You know, this punch obviously punches out the stamped images, or you can punch out just DSP and Christmas tree shapes. Do what you like. You could even punch out a Christmas tree of that. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? So what I've done is I've picked my 3 favourite trees. I'm not keen on the plaid one. That's just my personal preference. I like the whimsical ones and I like the realistic looking one. So what I've done, and this is to save time, is I've mounted all 3 on the one long block, and this is an is it an I block or an L block? I think it's an I block. Or obviously you can use your stamping platform. If you've got a Stamparatus or whatever, you can use that, and it just saves you messing about moving stamps off of blocks if you've got larger blocks in your stash. So I'll do my stamping first, and I'm keeping it simple, and I'm going to use the same colour as my cardstock, which is Granny Apple Green. Alright, I've got this piece here that I've been stamping on earlier. Just make sure I'm in shot, I'll have to keep looking. And so I'm going to just quickly ink these up, the photopolymers, so they look like I can see exactly where I'm stamping, and I want it about there. Alright, give it a gentle press. You could do it with a stamp mat underneath. This, from experience of using this quite a bit, it doesn't need it. You can get lovely images without it. And then what I'm going to do is just very simply punch all 3 of those out, lining them up. Now these, you can add the tree stumps to them. I find it easier to do it after I've punched them out. Otherwise, I don't always get it lined up perfect, and I don't always get it where I exactly want it. So it's only a very tiny element of the tree. It's not even necessary. You could just cut it off. But if I want to, I've been adding it after. That's them 3 just punched out. So I've got my little tree stump on my little on a little block, and I'm just bringing some scrap card over because I don't want that to be too dark. So I'm actually just going to stamp it off, and then I'm going to. That one's already got one, it's like drawn in, so I just want one there. Okay, stamp off because I don't want it too dark, and one on that one. Really easy to add. Just leave that out for a moment. And then while I've got my ink pad open, I have pre-cut, and I've done 2 in case I mess it up. And this is from the Stitched Edged Shapes, and this is the 3rd size oval shape, so it measures approximately 2 3/4 inches. Alright, and then I've taken a sentiment, and I've decided to use this one, which says Merry Christmas, because I love the swirly curly font. So I'm just going to ink that up, and again, because That's lovely, and you know, the photopolymer's clear, I can see where I'm stamping, so I'm going to be able to get that pretty central and pretty straight without much difficulty, she says. Let's see. There we go, ta-da! And again, I've not used the stamping mat there. I didn't feel it necessary because I've used this stamp set before and never had any problems. What I would say is with photopolymers, when you get them and they're new, try them out. Some you need your stamp mat for, you know, it needs a bit of extra cushion, and some don't. It is very much trial and error. So there you go. So there's my card base. So the plain white one we're going to layer inside to write on. Okay. And if there's anybody watching who's wondering why I'm not using Stampin' Up! Glue, I'll just say it's because I can't get any. I need to go and do like an undercover expedition in a ski mask, and you know, on like a zip wire, like Mission Impossible, to the customs in Germany, and go and free our products, go and liberate them, because we are having some customs issues, and some of our liquids and powders are being held, so that's why I've got no glue. But, you know, I'm a crafter. I've always got a backup. I'm not too worried. So now I've got my embossed curls and swirls. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some ribbon behind it. Now, when I was doing my samples earlier, I made a bit of a boo-boo, okay? And I have done one in the lovely lipstick. No, it's not. It's Poppy Parade. And I did one in Crumb Cake and accidentally added my Granny Apple Green ribbon. So, never mind, we'll carry on. And I'll use the Granny Apple Green again. Or shall I use the Crumb Cake? No, because I just... Shall I? Shan't I? What do you think? I'm going to go with the Granny Apple Green. Now there are ways and means of, you know, being more frugal with the ribbon. You could, you know, cut yourself a length and then cut the back piece out, whatever, to make it go further. For the sake of the video, and because I'm a demonstrator and I buy this stuff to share, I'm not too worried. I probably won't use that full ream of ribbon anyway, so I may as well just stick it on the back. So I'm going to add some glue on there, and I'm going to tie it to the right hand side, so that means I want my left hand side of the ribbon slightly shorter. Alright, and then I'll leave the right hand side longer. I'm just gonna make sure that's fairly straight. Let's have a look on my grid mat. Yeah, try not to get my mess of hair in. My little girl is off school today for a teacher training day, so we're having a lazy PJ, messy hair, we don't care day. We're going to go out later and get some lunch. So there we go. I'm now going to attach that to my card. Okay, and I can press that down. I don't need to worry that my embossed image is going to get flattened, because it's quite a deep emboss. It's not a subtle emboss, so I can put quite a bit of pressure on that and give it a good rub. It's not going to spoil it. Alright, so give that a good rub. Rubby rub rub. It's World Card Making Day on the 5th of October, so get your card supplies together, get making. Come on over to Facebook. I've got my Stampin' for All group, I've got my Facebook business page. Come and share with me what you've been making. I'd love to see what you do. If you do any of my tutorials, if you follow any of them, come on over and show me what you've made. Some ladies do send emails sharing what they've done. I really don't mind. I like to see what you've done, so feel free to come on over, say hello and share pictures of your creations with me. And tie that in a knot. And then I'm just going to trim those ends at an angle, one going one way and one going the other. I'm Got very sharp scissors, and that looks super pretty. Okay, so we can start and assemble our card now. Just make sure I'm in shot. I don't always check. So, I'll get some dimensionals, and I'm going to have the solid tree there. Now, depending on what colour you use, you get a bit more detail. The granny apple green there is really juicy, so you can't see an awful lot of detail. But if you look on this one, which is crumb cake, you can see a little bit more detail. And then again with the poppy parade, you can see not poppy. Yes, it is poppy parade. You can see a bit more detail. So with that one, perhaps what might be handy to do, if you prefer the more detailed look, is to stamp some of that colour off. So ink your stamp it off, and then stamp, and it might show a little bit more of that detail, because it does look quite realistic. But this one I did want it like quite a solid look, so I didn't stamp it off. But there's an alternative. Alright, so I'm going to just tuck that one just behind the ribbon there. Alright, and then I've got this one next, another dimensional. I'm just going to tuck that just underneath, but just ever so overlapping that one, just ever so slightly up, ever so slightly up. And then this one, I'm just going to stick 2 dimensionals on it, and just move that down ever so slightly so that it's straight. And I'm just going to tuck that underneath there, and in the kind of like overlapping those 2 in the centre, like so. And then with my sentiment, and all I've got to do now is quickly get some dimensionals on there, and then we're going to just add a little bit of sparkle as well. So I'll just add that on there, and I'm just going to tuck it just behind that tree there, just so it just gently, we've got a nice layered look. And then what I have here are the Toile Tidings glitter enamel dots. So these are in the Christmas colours. I think that it's real red and garden green, but I could be wrong. So I'm gonna have, shall I have one of those? It's a little bit dark actually. Let me have a look if I've got my other, I've got some other glitter gems here. I think I might, I think one of those, I think that's slightly too dark for my granny apple green, so I'll save those for another project. And I'll use these ones, and this is why I like having a bit of a collection of things, and then I can see what's what, and I can make a choice of which one will look best. Get on there, you slippery little sucker. And that one's just more muted, so that's better. Alright, so let's just we'll just move all of that to one side and pretend that the rest of the desks are really tidy when it really isn't. So there we've got 3 really lovely Christmas cards for you, all the same design. So that means if you decide on one design and choose different colourways, it means that, you know, once you've done one, you can go bang out another 10, 15, 20 cards really quickly and just follow that one design. You feel free to use it, come and share like I say, and I'll leave the details of what I've used over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, tomorrow, World Card Day, I will be round and about sharing some cards, so keep an eye for me on my social media. Click subscribe, click the notification bell, and come and find me over on Facebook. Scrimpy's Stamping Closet is my business page, and my sharing group where everybody shares is called Stamping with an N for All. You're more than welcome. See you soon.